Hey, we're playing sound football right now. I can watch it.
Here I am, it's the on-campus kingpin.
Eagle Sessions, Gayle, Saunders, SkinnyPost.com, talking big win over the Green Bay Packers. And Eagle fans out there, you got to be super excited as the Eagles roll off their fourth straight road win. 27-13, the Eagles win, and the fashion in which they did win the game, especially in the fourth quarter. With the longest drive of the season, killing the clock, a 9-minute drive or so. But first of all, you got to give hats off to the Eagles defense, folks. The Eagles defense again, 13 points in the last 6 games. The Eagles have held opponents to 21 points or less in the last 6 games. So that's got to be, if you like defense, you got to be excited about a bend but don't break defense. Granted, your kicker did miss 2 field goals. Our kicker missed the field goal. The win was kind of crazy, but big hats off to Billy Davis and the Eagles defense, led by D'Amico Ryans, 13 total tackles, 11 solo, pass deflection, interception. That guy was balls to the walls all over the place. Offensively, Nick Foles again, headstrong, played a great game, pretty efficient. On the day, Nick Foles 12 for 18, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, 8 rushes, 38 yards. Nick Foles rushing the ball as well, 8 attempts. Nick Foles, again, a quarterback rating of 149.3. The little amounts that, the Eagles did throw, he made plays. And in the first quarter, you were like, oh, he's throwing that ball up to Deshaun Jackson. But, hey, he gave his receiver a shot. Could have been interception, but it was not. Deshaun Jackson made a hell of a play on that 55-yard bomb. And then went into the end zone real chill with it. You know how D-Jax does. The Eagles offense, only mustered up another field goal in that first half. But, you got to be, excited about the way the defense was, stopping the Packers. The Packers had you knew they were going to bring the rushing game today. With Aaron Rodgers being out, Seneca Wallace was asked to do a lot. But, then they had Seneca Wallace go out with the injury, and Scott Tolzien, who we don't know who Scott Tolzien is, but Scott Tolzien came in and did the best of his abilities, having no opportunities to actually play with the first string. But hey, people will say, hey, like the Eagles won without Aaron Rodgers in the lineup. But, people don't care. You know what I'm saying? People don't care that, the Eagles have been without Mike Vick, been without Jerry Maclin. So when people want to complain about starters being out, hey, the Eagles were out without starters all over the field. Especially with injuries today. Jason Peters goes down with injury, a quad injury. I'm not sure what else is wrong with Jason Peters, but he's been pretty banged up. Michael Kendricks, our speedy linebacker, goes down with injury to his knee. Hopefully it's not as bad as we think it might be. I'm not sure what it is yet. Also, Earl Wolf goes down with injury. And just when those 2 rookies were, our young guys were warming up and, making plays, it sucks to see those guys go down. I know Bradley Fletcher was out. A guy like Carmichael comes in. A guy like Najee Good comes in and steps up when you need them. That's promising. You got to be impressed with the playmaking ability of Deshaun Jackson and Riley Cooper. Deshaun Jackson, 4 catches, 80 yards, 20 yards a pop, 1 touchdown. Riley Cooper, 3 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. If you look at Riley Cooper's past production in the last 5 games, folks, hear this. 462 yards, 6 touchdowns in his last 5 games. He's averaging 100 yards a game with Nick Foles in this offense. So obviously they have this connection, playing second string, third string in their time here with the Eagles. They know each other well. And they know, even Nick Foles was talking about how Riley Cooper, some of the balls that he was throwing, he knows how Riley Cooper reacts in practice. So he threw some of those balls up over the safety. He threw around the safety so Riley could adjust and make the catch. Then he had they had the slant and they had the post corner over that play. It was a nice play action to McCoy as well. But perfect pass on that play, wide open. Riley Cooper, 3 catches, 2 of them for touchdowns this week. Last week, 3 touchdowns out of the 5 catches he had. So he's making a lot of his opportunities. Big shout out to the offensive line. They played phenomenal in the sense that they had a couple. They were putting another tackle in there, a little tackle over action. Tight ends were in there. Big props to Brent Selleck. He might not get props for what he kept making big time catches, but he was blocking pretty sound today. So big shout out to Brent Selleck and the rest of that offensive line, especially with Jason Peters going down and Barbre coming in and stepping up, which was huge. What's promising is the defense making plays. You look at a guy like Brandon Boykin before the half. The Packers are driving on the Eagles and they're about to score. They have this opportunity to score before the half, but Boykin comes up with a huge play. I mean, mind you, Jordan Nelson's a big dude. He was outmatched size-wise. It looks like he baited the young quarterback and made a hell of an interception. Like, he took it out of his hands and he was not playing. So that is promising in the sense that Brandon Boykin, when you needed to play, the young guy is stepping up and making a play. So obviously you got to be excited about that. D'Amico Ryans, a guy who's leading this defense, and you could tell with the kind of leadership that he brings to the table. He's a guy that backs up everything that he says. You can see that he's more comfortable in this defense. He's flying around all over the field. I mean, he's an older guy. He's not like a younger dude, but I think he's the right kind of guy to team up with Michael Kendricks. He's like showing him the ropes. Kendricks was talking about his play and how he's developed as a player this previous week, and Ryans has helped him. And you can see the players developing together, which is promising because we're talking like future here with the Eagles. We're not, we knew what type of situation that the Eagles were coming into with younger players, new coaches, new scheme. But at this point in time, we're 5-5. We've had banged up quarterback. We have had banged up quarterback Mike Vick. We've had 3 of our quarterbacks playing in the 10 games that we played so far. It's been musical chairs, and the Eagles, think about it, we're in a good position, and we have a chance to be first in the NFC least. Even though it's an opportunity just to get there, there's an opportunity to get in the playoffs, something for the Eagles fan base to root for. Hey, why not be excited? One thing that really made me super excited was watching the way that the Eagles closed this game out. LaShawn McCoy on the day, 25 carries, 155 yards, 6.2 yards per carry. Didn't really get involved in the pass game, only had 1 catch. But seeing the Eagles run the ball like that, that's how you curb stomp a team. You got to lead. Granted, one of the calls that Jordy Nelson didn't catch that ball hurt in the fourth quarter. Changed the whole perspective of the game if he makes that catch. But they ruled that it was not a catch. It was pretty close. But the Eagles had an opportunity to show that they could, run the clock, and they did. I think they threw like 1 pass in that whole set of downs, but they just drove the clock out. James Casey had that catch on the first down, kept the chains moving, and McCoy just stuck his head in there and went to work, ground and pound. You can't do that if your offensive line is not connecting. And making the right calls. So hats off to the offensive line and the game plan. Chip Kelly, another pretty sound job today. He's got these players playing really sound football. We've only had one turnover today. But looking at Nick Foles mature is something you got to be excited about. Peyton Manning, 20 touchdowns to start his NFL season. Nick Foles, 16 touchdowns. Can you believe that? 16 touchdowns, no interceptions. So, if Nick Foles keeps playing the way he's playing, you have to be excited about, what could be in the coming seasons. Granted, if the Eagles want to trade him away, they could trade Nick Foles away for a good pick, if that's the route that they choose to take. But at least, going forward, I want to see more from Foles. I want to see what he can do against, better opportunities. When, the Eagles are down, fighting and trying to come back, is Nick Foles the guy that can lead this team to victory? I mean, hopefully he can. I think this offense today showed you that they can run the ball and they can pass the ball. It was pretty much even yardage-wise. It's the 8th game that the Eagles went over 400 yards in this season. That's a record. So Chip Kelly has got this offense fired up. He's scoring at will, 25-second drives, 52-second drives, 3 minutes and 21 seconds on a drive. So, I mean, he's got the opportunity with this offense to score at a fast pace and a fast rate. And I think, the up-tempo is getting some of these defenses, especially in the end of the season, players are banged up, and he's putting the defenses in vulnerable positions. And it looks like the team's finally coming together. Eagle fans out there, I want to know how you feel. I know you got to be geeked out. Hey, we're playing sound football right now. I can watch it. Week in and week out, I'm still going to watch. But when I see sound football and guys progressing and the team coming together and making plays and guys, getting injured and guys stepping up and making plays, it means there's some quality depth on this Eagle roster, which means good news for the future of this Eagles team. So Eagles fans out there, let me know how you feel. Gayle, Saunders, Eagles Sessions. I am living the dream, but not as in Dream Team, but I am still living the dream.